What do you think she would want you to do?
Probably go have that conversation and, make people more aware of her specialness.
I'm Florence Ann Romano, former nanny and child care expert. I'm on a mission to empower families with everyday challenges. This is the Windy City Nanny.
My name is Jacqueline. I live in Chicago with my husband and my 3-year-old daughter, Lillian. And Lillian just recently got out of preschool. She'll be off for the summer months. She's autistic, so we want to keep her little social calendar busy. I'm hoping Florence Ann can offer her advice and some tips for Lillian's summer routine. Hello.
Hello, Jacqueline.
Hello. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
So tell me about Lillian.
She is our 3-year-old daughter. She'll be 4 this summer. She's the light of our life. She was diagnosed with autism at the age of 2. So this past year was her first year in preschool. And currently she's off for summer and she really thrives on a schedule. So we're trying to really keep a nice little routine going for her. That way she can feel comfortable, she can grow and develop, but still have friends, still have friendships.
So what's your childcare situation then for the summer?
So right now she is at a nanny 3 days a week where we drop her off to the nanny's home.
Okay.
She's also going to have an in-home therapy session with a special ed teacher 2 days a week. I'm home with her one of those full days, and then my mom is also her caretaker as well on Fridays.
So a robust village.
Yes, it is. Everyone is involved.
She's got so much love around her.
Yeah.
This routine that, she's going to have this summer to continue her education and continue to socialize her. I give you a lot of credit for knowing that you want to continue that.
We definitely do. Because she is going to be 4, she's going to have a lot more peer interaction. We don't want people to tiptoe around her, and we want her to be included in things, and we'd love her to have just as many friends as a typical child.
I understand that, you as the parent, you want her to be able to experience all the things perhaps a typical child would.
Right.
And even if it's not going to be in the same way that a typical child will, there are going to be different ways for her to have those social interactions. This is something you and I share. My brother, Michael, is autistic. They always talk about the autism spectrum in terms of high functioning, low functioning. Michael's more on the low functioning end. And so watching that journey with my own brother and then seeing other children who are on the spectrum and how they interact with people and how they learn and how they grow is so interesting to me. There's a saying, to know one autistic child is to know one autistic child, right?
Totally agree.
So different.
They're so different.
And that's a beautiful thing. That's what makes them so special in a myriad of ways, is that they are different. Going through that journey, it can be very challenging. So how was that for you emotionally?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as we got the official diagnosis, the wheels started spinning. We kind of already knew there was probably something there. Once you get that on the paper and then just look at each other, like, okay, life is going to be different. Right. And we just have to adjust at this point. We don't even like to tell people Lillian is autistic at first. We don't like to just come out and say, this is our child. Lillian, she's 3, she's autistic. And, we just let her be her.
And what's your reason behind why you don't lead with that, perhaps?
I just hate to put that label on her from like a first introduction to somebody that we might not know. Just people just in their back of their mind already start coming up with scenarios for her, or maybe, judging a bit.
You don't want that label attached to her right away.
Right.
And you're worried about the judgment that comes along with it. And I can understand that because every parent's going to be protective about something they don't understand. That's what scares people is, I don't know how to maybe interact with Lillian. I don't want to do the wrong thing.
In that situation, I really wouldn't know how to approach the whole conversation of, this is my child and she's not participating with your child in a typical manner. So advice on that kind of scenario?
In my experience, with Michael, we were always very quick to talk about Michael's autism, because I always think that when you do explain it right from the get-go, especially with children, it gives them the opportunity to be kind right away.
Right.
And that's a beautiful thing to see, because they're able to
That's so true. When Lillian interacts with children, her age, like a 3-year-old isn't going to understand what autism is. Sure. But an older child will kind of, glance, or if Lillian does a lot of the stimming motions, they'll be like, oh, is she okay? I'm like, she's okay. She's just a little extra special.
In those moments where you're trying to figure out, should I say something? Should I not say something? Is it labeling her? Really, it's coming from you. It's coming from this place of, I don't want, her to be labeled this way. I want it to be like this. I want this to go this way. And there's so many things you can't control about the way someone's going to behave, the way someone's going to react. So I like to look at it from the perspective of, if I could ask Michael, if you could ask Lillian, what would you want me to do, honey? Would you want me to tell them right away so that they know, how to play with you? Or would you rather me not say anything?
That's really sweet.
No.
That's so sweet.
Would you rather me not say anything? And your child, and I think your gut instinct will tell you what Lillian would want.
Perfectly said. That was awesome. Yeah, I just put myself in her little world sometimes. What would Lillian want mommy to do?
What do you think she would want you to do?
Probably go have that conversation and, make people more aware of her specialness, her special qualities. So,
yeah.
And you can do it. I know you can do it because you're an advocate. Just like any other mom wants the best for their children, you want the best for your child.
As long as she's protected and not even in like a bubble, but as long as she feels protected and loved and included.
In this life, you've been given this task of being a chosen person to be able to make this world a better place through the vessel of your child.
Yeah.
And that's a huge gift because she'll change a lot of hearts in this world.
I love that. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
So Lillian's going to be having an exciting summer. She's going to be meeting new people, having new experiences, but so important to her is to make sure there's still a routine. Important to you too, so you don't lose your mind.
Yes.
So I think, an activity that would be really fun for Lillian.
Okay.
So I'm going to show it to you.
Okay, perfect.
So here's a little chart.
Wow.
So this is a schedule that Lillian, you want to give her more independence, right? You want to give her a little more freedom and make some choices. Aww. So, she's a visual learner, right? Yes. So this gives her the opportunity to be able to kind of see, even if she's not, reading at this level yet, obviously you can tell her, and then she does the pictures. And
I love this.
I'm so
this
glad.
Is so cool. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Gonna have a great summer.
So let's show it to Lillian.
Okay, perfect.
Well, my heart is just going pitter-patter. Meeting Lillian and Jacqueline and her beautiful family, I felt so connected to them. We talked about advocacy for autism and, most importantly, seeing the world through Lillian's eyes. This was a beautiful day learning about a mother who is really just trying to thrive and keep her child happy and safe.
Hey Florence, I just wanted to give you a quick update how our summer's been going with Lillian sticking to her routine. She loves the activity that you made for her to plan out her week and see what each day will bring for her, so that's been super helpful. And we've had tons of play dates that have been super fun for her, and the topic of her autism has popped up a few times, but I haven't shied away from it as I would have in the past, and it's a more natural conversation. Thank you so much for that as well. And we wish you well. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Florence.
For more episodes, subscribe to my YouTube channel and go to windycitynanny.com for more content.